Now, your KSBW weather forecast with meteorologist Holt Hanley.
Good evening. Hurricane Milton has officially made landfall in Florida as a Category 3 hurricane. This is the satellite imagery where it shows it did degrade from a Category 5 to a Category 3. There was a bit more wind shear as it moved north, but you also notice that the area of the storm gets larger. So the winds get weaker, but there's a larger area being impacted by those winds. And it's going to stay a hurricane as it moves across the state. Then it eventually degrades to a tropical storm, but even as it's on the eastern side of Florida, there will still be some damages here where there's storm surge on the eastern side of the state around 6 feet due to that onshore flow. But then the largest storm surge is actually right now and over the next hour or two as the strongest part of the storm is moving into the western side of Florida. And looking at where the largest storm surge is, anywhere where you see that orange or red, that's where it's 6 to even more than 10 feet in some places. One thing you notice though, the model's showing not as bad of storm surge for Tampa Bay than if the storm had moved a bit farther north. So kind of zeroing in on the path right here, you can see it's going just south of Tampa Bay. And then thinking about the wind direction around the storm, it's to the south of it that you have those onshore winds. So then that's where the water is going to be pushed in the most. So storm surge leading to some damages there, also wind and then flooding, and then we've also seen some tornado warnings popping up. So pretty serious situation that we'll keep an eye on there. On the central coast, nothing too serious out there. We did have the piney fire yesterday with some continued growth throughout the day today, but we've seen some improvement on that. More in just a moment, but first we just got to look at that view. Pretty beautiful out there. We have the low clouds moving in along the coast, and then also some high clouds making for a pretty nice sunset out there. There's also actually the return of some surf across the central coast, about 4 to 6 feet throughout the day today. And I've been watching this camera for the last hour or two. Looks like some guys are getting some good ones out there. High temperatures this afternoon. That's also where our weather has improved over the last few days. No longer in the triple digits. We're back to where we should be this time of the year with the coast between 60 and 70, inland areas between about 70 and 83. And temperatures right now certainly cooling off, especially along the coast with those clouds moving in just low to mid 60s. You can expect maybe some patchy, dense fog tomorrow morning along the coast, which will clear back as we get into the afternoon. Then wind speeds right now, pretty calm out there. That's actually the best news for the piney fire. We not only had the cool down in temperatures, which helps, but the winds were also calmer throughout the day today. So that, along with the great work done by the fire crews, is a big part of the reason that the evacuation warnings and orders have both now expired. And looking at the forecast for tomorrow, the question you might wonder is, will the winds pick back up, or will it be exceptionally dry and have the fire flare back up again? But well, it looks like there are some strong winds along the coast. Winds over land about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Relative humidity actually even a little bit higher than today, around 30%. Part of the reason for that is the continued cool down, but we also just have some more clouds moving in tomorrow. You could see them on that live shot that we were just looking at not too long ago. And then water vapor imagery also shows those clouds moving in. So in terms of temperatures, another normal day tomorrow, and then not seeing any big changes in the 8-day forecast. Seems like for the last month it's been like a temperature roller coaster, but we're finally looking a bit more stable out there. So forecast highs for the Santa Cruz Mountains between mid 70s and mid 80s, 70 for Santa Cruz. As you get closer to the coast, there's about a 20-degree difference between the Santa Clara Valley and somewhere like Moss Landing. And then about a 10-degree difference between Salinas and the lower Salinas Valley. And then looking at the forecast highs on the Monterey Peninsula, mid-60s tomorrow, we'll have that patchy fog in the morning, and then some of those high clouds, keeping conditions cooler as we get into the afternoon. So I'd imagine a lot of people are happy to hear that we're out of the triple digits and not expected to go back there anytime soon.
Yeah, relief is nice.
Sure.
Relief is
absolutely.
nice.
Yep. And then
all right.
Weather quiz today
Okay.
was what are the winds on the Category 3 hurricane that is going into Florida right now?
That'd be your B, right?
That'd be B, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right on the money.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Holt.